Welcome! In this video we'll be factoring by using the diamond method part 1. Let's take a look at our first example. Factor the expression x squared plus 11x plus 20 completely. Notice that this expression is in the form a times x squared plus b times x plus c, where a is the coefficient of the quadratic term, b is the coefficient of the linear term, and c is your constant term. By matching, we can deduce the following. A is equal to 1 because there's an implicit 1 here as the coefficient of your x squared. B is equal to your 11, positive 11, because that's the coefficient of the linear term. And C, or your constant term, is 28. Now, the diamond method consists of the following. You just make an X, and if you were to complete this with a box, you get the diamond from a baseball field. But in general, we just use the x. Here on the top, we're going to multiply a times c, and here in the bottom, we're going to get the b. In this case, a times c happens to be 1 times 28, which is 28. And your b happens to be 11. And what you're looking for are for the two factors of 28 that add up to 11, or whose sum is 11. So think of two numbers that when you multiply will give you the 28, and when you add will give you 11. And yes, in fact, those numbers happen to be 4 and 7. Why? Because 4 times 7 will give you the 28, and 4 plus 7 will give you the 11. So we can say the following. Therefore, x squared plus 11x plus 28 is equal to x plus 4 times x plus 7. And we can actually check this out by doing the reversed operation here. We can multiply out these two binomials and we should be able to get this particular expression. You can double check that by doing a Punnett square. So here we have our Punnett square, and we can see that this is x plus 4 times x plus 7. If you multiply out things in this particular order, we get x times x will give you x squared, x times 7 will give you 7x, 4 times x will give you the 4x, and 4 times 7 will give you the 28. So really what we have is x squared plus 7x plus 4x plus 28. And combining like terms here, we get x squared, 7x plus 4x becomes 11x, and then we have plus 28. And notice that we obtain x squared plus 11x plus 28, which was the original expression. So in fact, we can say that indeed, x squared plus 11x plus 28 can be factored out as x plus 4 times x plus 7. Let's see another example. Example 2. Factor the expression x squared minus 8x plus 12 completely. Once again, we notice that this is of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So what we're going to do is to multiply a times c and to obtain the b. Notice that here by matching we get that a is equal to 1 once again because that's an implicit 1 here. Then we get in this case that b is equal to negative 8, which is the coefficient of your linear term, and we get that the constant term is equal to 12. So by multiplying a times c we get 1 times 12, which is 12, and then b is equal to negative 8. So we're looking for factors of 12 that add up to negative 8, or whose sum is equal to negative 8. And yes, you're correct. Those two numbers happen to be negative 6 and negative 2. Why? Because negative 6 times negative 2 will give you positive 12, and negative 6 plus negative 2 will give you the negative 8. So we can say the following. Therefore, x squared minus 8x plus 12 is equal to x minus 6 times x minus 2. And once again, you can employ an actual Punnett square to multiply out the expression on the right hand side, and you should be able to get the expression that was provided to you. So this concludes this video on factoring using the diamond method part 1. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.